Hey, welcome back to Let Coin and Wine Flow, a Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones roleplay focused campaign. So we've made some decisions. I took about 20 minutes while I was getting ready to prep this episode and analyzed marriage prospects. All of the kids are married now. Mostly, actually, everybody but the Aarons. It's going to be to somebody at a port city. So we're keeping the fleet in the family for sure. I'm wondering if we can get enough military power to independence ourselves from the Tyrells. 40,000 is pretty strong. They have enough money to buy some mercenaries. I actually am not aware if mercenaries are in this mod. Yes, they are. So they can probably rally up another 2,000 plus troops pretty handily. And the thing is, we're talking raw numbers, but, you know, mercenaries are like all men-at-arms, so they're way stronger than what you would normally think. And then they're probably going to call in all their banner houses. And so, you know, I've mostly allied with great houses. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the numbers, and the AI, let's just say, they play like shit. But I think it's worth a shot, because I want to get my independence and bow before the king, because I mean, this guy is down to 4,000 troops. I don't know how that happened. He's losing his war massively. He's Rob Starking it. He's won every battle. But because he can't take a single damn city in the north, he's going to lose on war score really easily. I mean, owning the neck? Who cares? Who cares? This is a trap. This is an AI trap, holding the neck. He has to get to Winterfell. I think that if I join, I can just, you know, Theon Greyjoy my way up there. You know, land, I don't know, Seaguard is pretty popular place to land. Where's Seaguard? It's like around here somewhere. But we can just land up this river, make our way across. Probably it's safer to land near Mormon Island. You know, go across the Wolf's Wood. Pretty easy drop down here. Now, it's I say it's easy. With probably every terrain piece we cross, we're gonna lose men in the process. I mean, look at this. Taiga Bog, this is a shithole. Maybe we might just land in White Harbor, because White Harbor is one of the places we're allied with. Oh, but if we join the Seven Kingdoms, I won't be able to call my allies into that war, because I'll be an ally being called into the war. Anyway, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We're going to introduce you to our allies. I just want to say that today is the day the first prologue episode was released, so that's just to give you the idea of like where we are in the timeline. All right, so son and heir, eldest son, first son, Green, has married Jane Lannister, the youngest daughter of Lauren Lannister. We also have my cousin-in-law, my wife's cousin, Alfred Fossaway, is taking on a squire for us. My daughter, Rosé, is matrilineally, so I'm bringing the boy into my family, marrying Willem Manderly's youngest son, Merold Manderly. This is a mayoral marriage. I'm marrying somebody into a mayoral family, so it'll continue. My son Bud is marrying Selwyn Tarth, daughter Cassandra. Now this is a pretty good one. I'm gonna move these out of the way. We'll be back for them real soon. But where is Tarth? Okay, so Tarth is pretty good. Bud is married to Cassandra. So this is the youngest daughter. He only has 2 kids. If anything happens to the boy child, Alessander Tarth, she will inherit. And so Tarth is like hyper good. It's actually playing on super easy mode. That, to be fair, the Arbor and White Harbor are both also easy mode. And I hear Skagos is also crazy as well. But here's why a lot of people like starting in Tarth. If you hold their county seat at Evenfall Hall, domain limit +4. All right, so that's that number up here, the number of holdings you can hold. You can hold 3 more and this one, and you haven't touched this number in the upper right at all. You get the whole island basically for free if you hold the capital. And in the back here, you have the Ruins of Morn. Now you can defeudalize this guy and seize Morn for yourself. He'll be mad, but then you have to pay a lot of money, and you can see it takes a lot of time, 7 years. Yeah, it's going to take that long to do every step of this. And as you do it, it's going to cost you a lot of money to maintain it. But if you fully restore it, then for $3,000, you can turn it into the Seat of Morn. It's going to get a special icon on the map. It's going to look great. Holding taxes plus 10%. I mean, this isn't the biggest, most expensive holding ever, but, you know, can't go wrong with that. Development 20%, great. Control growth is fine. I mean, probably your control is going to be 100 at all times. This is an island. Monthly renown plus 5%. Absolutely massive. Chonky. Plus 10% to hostile and personal scheme success. Huge. Absolutely grand. Legend spread chance, that's medium. You can go back and forth on that. Tarth is a wonderland. All right, my son Gold is marrying the Aaron's youngest daughter, Janira. Yeah, Janira. That's right. So she's coming on over to us. The only way I can make it happen is if I agree to a grand wedding. That's okay. I make enough money that even if I don't have the money at the time, you get 3 years to raise the funds and hold the wedding. So, I mean, with the amount that I make, unless I suffer some serious setbacks, we're going to easily have what it takes to get that to happen. We've got a marriage, take the hand of the courtier, Halana. Right, this is an inter-ward. Oh, and this, I did a personality thing for my son Green. I approached my son Green in concern. He was recently present while one of my knights maimed a disobedient servant. The fearful child asks, why are people so violent? Their hearts are good, I murmur, embracing him. But power can blind and strength enthrall. Do not let evil sights blind your heart. Instead, see in them the need for kindness. I will be noble for all my days, weeps Green. So Green is now a lot like his dad. He's compassionate, he's brave, he's pensive. He didn't get that from us, but yeah, he's going to be a strong character to play as. He's also a squire now, so he'll be trained as a knight, just like his dad. Torgan has married my mom. That was a while ago. Oh, he's squiring somebody for me. My son White will betroth my daughter Helia. Yes, so I also married the youngest daughter of the King of the Iron Islands, King Harwin Hoar. And she, the oldest daughter. If her younger brother dies, she will inherit the Iron Islands. So, a nice plague rolling through the area while these kids are on my island would absolutely leave me in control of several kingdoms. Yeah, and these guys are getting wrecked, so... yeah. All those marriages went through, right? Just make sure before we start any independence wars out of nowhere. We could lose this upcoming war quite badly. Blair. Independence War. And then we're going to call in as many allies as possible. We are allied with Fossaway, who we can't call in. Yeah, Alfred Fossaway, because he is a vassal. Iron Islands, Lannisters, Tarth, the Vale. I'm about to spend deep into my prestige budget here. And then we will raise our armies. And we are going to hang out on our island. I would love for them to cross the ocean and come to us. But if not, I want to make sure that my allies come to me, gather at me before they go down here. What I don't want to have happen is my AI allies getting stuck. Oh, fuck. This is exactly what's happening. The Lannisters are going to get stuck raiding up here. They're going to get ambushed and died, or they're not going to do anything of value. What's the troop count like for... Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, beast. What's the troop count like for the Tyrells so far? Oh, boy. That's a big army. We're going to need luck, cunning, and guile. We have to draw them into a battle that favors us for sure. This might be it. We might have to go on the defensive with the Lannisters to make it happen. Where the Arrens are, the Manderleys are on the river. The Arrens are also on the river. I think we should link up with the Lannisters. They're coming to link up with us. Okay. I don't know. That's pretty close. I don't know about that one, Chief. That's kind of a call. That's a call. It's I don't know about this. I think we have to get in here and make sure his ass doesn't die. Don't come to me, I'm coming to you. Alright, the Arryns are here. Where the Manderleys at? What's our stack size look like? I think if we can catch them in Lannister territory... We're gonna go up here. If we can catch them in Lannister territory... We're gonna try to get the smaller army. And let's make sure we've got a good commander down. That's gonna make a big difference here. Alright. Dipshit Lannisters, let's go. Oh, I hate that. I also don't like that. Yeah, okay. Come on, guys. Let's go. You coming? Alright, let's hold on. Let's hold. Let's have everybody stack up. Stack. Okay. This is basically for all the marbles. We have to win this battle. Oh boy, that looks like a good start. Get out of the way. I gotta see how this is going. Ooh, that's a good one. We got him in the Lannister lands. This is a good start. We gotta pummel this army. Absolutely. Allied combatant slain. Okay, that's not so good. It's a Tarbeck. Not so good. Let's reclaim these Lannister lands and then start making our way. One of the children at court, Edwin, had taken the toy boat of a younger boy and thrown it into a nearby cave. My son was there and saw it all happen. Green got a hold of the household guards and forced Edwin to go into the cave. Edwin's terrified screams could be heard for several minutes before he emerged with the toy. It seems that when Green thinks something the right thing to do... Yes, that did check out grammatically. It took me a second. He won't stop until he makes it happen. He is either stubborn or wrathful. I'm not sure that either of those are very good. Stubborn is actually horrible. Wrathful is also not great. But it comes with plus 20 dread, so I'm actually going to say, let's go wrathful, buddy. You're going to be a lot more intimidating than your one-eyed, one-armed, one... Oh, hold on. Falbert died. Rickon Stark is in, and the peaks are about to get caught out. We are about to solve a problem. This is a peak decision is all I'm going to say. Let's go. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. All right, well, the peaks aren't the ones getting the caught out. It's the errands. And now we're flowing in here like water to solve that problem. We are solving it, though. Problem is being solved. I made friends with my son because I had that trait. Oh my god. I can't have this battle because all of these childcare responsibilities. Let's get back in here. All right. It doesn't matter how in favor of the enemy it is. They're down to 2 people versus 24,000. Okay. No, not my Smith. Did you have children? Please say you had kids. No, he never had kids. I don't have enough money to buy a new Smith. You exposed that Lady Melrose. No, my wife. My wife, who I love so much. Why would you kill my wonderful Smith? It's gonna cost me $300 to replace him. That's not nothing. That's big money. All right, Peaks, get fucked. Everyone hates you in the entire world. You and your 3 castle ass. Whoa, are we done here? We're done here. Get out. Get out of here. Independence. Thank you, my friends. I'm at negative 2,400 prestige, but I'm free of my filthy liege. I have no faith in these Tyrell dogs who murdered the gardeners. Can I bow? I can't swear. Is neither your desert liege nor neighboring. Oh, fuck. Well, that sucks. That sucks. I need to save up money now and work on getting a new Smith. Designate a guardian for Vyne. Oh no, he was training. Vyne was training under the Smith Guide to become a dark sorcerer. No. No. Sorry. I feel like I'm making dog noises now. This guy's actually a really good... He's an excellent teacher, so... Alright, we're gonna ransom some people back. Oh, he's super mad at me because, you know, I declared war on him. That's actually really reasonable, though. That's a good reason to be upset. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna recruit this guy to our cause. He will not do that part. We're just gonna keep recruiting people to our cause. This is a great way to get new knights, I guess. We're gonna need to do a victory feast soon, because all these guys are mad at me, and we definitely want them to not be mad at me. No one wants to ransom any of you guys. Can't you be from good families with lots of money? Sir Garth Gallister, what's going on with you? No one likes you? Jeez Louise. Yeah. Alright, Mark. Calling that favor hook in immediately. This prestige hit is crushing. Absolutely devastating. Oh no, Rosé! Oh, she was probably also training under Smith guy. Alright. Bernard! You will also train underneath a learned scholar. And then finally, Alana will also train under a learned scholar. Man, my wife has really caused me some problems here. Bernard. Let's do an inter-house. I'm free now. I'm free, but the king won't accept me because I'm not from a neighboring kingdom. My vassal, Lord Adam, looks Balerion up and down, nodding approvingly. It is a mighty fine stallion you have here, my lord. If you would allow me to take him for a ride, I would be very grateful. Lord Adam? Absolutely not. Under no circumstances. I intend to remove you from power as soon as possible. We're almost at smith time. Let's get that blacksmith open. Here we go. Here we go. Big money. Boom. It's happening. It's happening. Here we go. Ilaro is brought before me. With him is an assortment of various weapons and trinkets he has forged over the years. The craftsmanship leaves little doubt in my mind that Ilaro is what I need. I ask him if he is familiar with working with Valyrian steel. Yes, good, good. Now marry into my court. You had no marriages available. That's fine, that's fine. You will also be my steward. You will be my... Look, he's a fancy man now, Ilaro. You're a fancy man. I did have a passage set aside. Hold on a second. I had a passage set aside because of... you know, I keep appointing commoners to the council, and I'm sure that the nobles locally are not happy. Davos knelt, and Stannis drew his longsword. Lightbringer, Melisandre had named it, the red sword of heroes, drawn from the fires where the 7 gods were consumed. The room seemed to grow brighter as the blade slid from its scabbard. The steel had a glow to it, now orange, now yellow, now red. The air shimmered around it, and no jewel had ever sparkled so brilliantly. But when Stannis touched it to Davos' shoulder, it felt no different than any other longsword. Sir Davos of House Seaworth, the king said, are you my true and honest liege man now and forever? I am, your grace. And do you swear to serve me loyally all your days, to give me honest counsel and swift obedience, to defend my rights and my realm against all foes in battles great and small, to protect my people and punish my enemies? I do, your grace. Then rise again, Davos Seaworth, and rise as Lord of the Rainwood, Admiral of the Narrow Sea, and Hand of the King. For a moment, Davos was too stunned to move. I woke this morning in his dungeon. Your grace, you cannot. I am not fit man to be a king's hand. There is no man fitter, Stannis sheathed Lightbringer, gave Davos his hand and pulled him to his feet. I am lowborn, Davos reminded him, an up-jumped smuggler. Your lords will never obey me. Then we will make new lords. Sheesh, we will make new lords. I'm 100% on that. This has turned into a Stannis admiration campaign. We playing Stannis style. She divorced Aegon and married a guy who's in prison. We can push our admiration numbers up a little bit. We'll try to become her friend. My court jester Casimir hurries excitedly to greet me as I enter court. I am aware you have been racked by nightmares as of late. I have reason to believe that these visions are flashes of your battle with the others in 7 Hells. Some people may find this a little far-fetched, and it would take some effort to prove it to be true, but there is strong groundwork there to make you a living legend. Is this a religious legend? Because that would be great. So, with religious legend, there's a pretty good chance that it'll allow you to make a shrine at the end of it, a legendary shrine. They're expensive, but a legendary shrine gives its holder +5 life expectancy, which means as long as I put them in places I intend for me and all my heirs to hold, they'll all get +5. And since there's like 5 or 6 holdings on the Arbor, we could, if we stack only religious legends, we could potentially be looking at it 25 to 30 years added onto all of their lives. Greetings, my benevolent liege. It has come to my attention that your Septon Alistair is working to fabricate a spurious claim on the lordship of Stone Crab Cape. I implore you to remember that you are lord by right, not by greed. Never. I will take your vassalage as soon as I can find a way to make it happen. I will revoke your vassalage when I feel like it, and when the law will allow me to. As soon as the law will allow me to have it happen, now would also be an excellent time to hold a feast, to be honest. Ma. Who can I invite? My hope is that I can invite the King of the Seven Kingdoms, but it looks like it's going to be Lauren Lannister. King Harlan of the Reach. Why not? Why not? Let's get him in here. Let's get him in here. King Hart will become his friend. We wanted independence from him, but we hold no ill will except for that thing where he, you know, was responsible for killing the gardeners. We're free of that life now. We're free of that life now. I need to hold feasts and hunts to get my prestige positive. Why is my monthly prestige so low? I probably am missing some key points here. No? I don't know. Maybe somebody's bad at their job? Nobody's really bad at their job here. We do need to make kids happy. Make them friends with each other. Prove artifacts. I don't know. What's making us take such a big hit? Court positions. Yeah. We're holding a bigger court than we need to. All right. We did rosé, so now we're going to do sherry. Like the cooking wine. Oh, Melrose, you have been so brave, so strong. Sherry. I'm thinking intrigue, daughter. Sherry intrigues, daughter. We don't really have a strong intrigue core around here. My mom will take care of the kid. Yeah! My mom will take care of the kid. Make sure nobody can learn a new language. Oh yeah, some of these guys speak Valyrian. Yes, good. Teach all my children Valyrian. Somebody needs to teach me Valyrian. I was hoping it'd be Visenya, but I don't know, our friendship's kind of rocky right now. Guys are still not having kids. What's going on? Oh my god, they married other people. That's why he's not having kids. They divorced him. Holy shit. In Master Parman's attempt at improving my reputation, my incompetent chancellor has agreed to a treaty that cancels out parts of my old treaty with King Harlan. The way the king sees it, he's free to declare war on me as he might wish. Well, that's a fucking disaster. I haven't had any time to take over new areas or rebuild myself. That's what we'd call a problem, bro. Well, he hasn't stormed down the channel yet to take me out. And you know, he might not be able to call all his bannermen in this time. Also, that does cost him prestige. And he doesn't, like me, he doesn't really have... It was free for him to do when I was attacking him in a defensive war, but when he comes at me, he's not going to have that kind of cash to go around. Thought I had nameplates on. I just realized that. I thought I had the nameplate mod on, but that might only be in my enhanced vanilla pack. All right, let's get it started in here. It's taken much of the evening to get close to King Harlan without making it feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural, and I want him to think this is spontaneous. By the smith, extols my maybe friend, barely disguising a belch. That was a heavy course. And so soon after the last weighty one, it simply sits too heavily in the stomach. I simply cannot believe that the servants expect to keep serving their master working this poorly. I can try to charm him. Yeah, he's my friend. Lady Melrose has been murdered! Oh, boy. Oh, no, and now I'm not friends with Alfred? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. My wonderful wife, the mother of all of my children? She just had a kid! The daughter is 0 years old! You people. Did I get widower? I can't even remarry because I'm sad. I loved my wife. Why would you do this, person? Why? Who? And why? And who was involved? Probably somebody in my court is an infiltrator. I'm upset. There will be vengeance. It will not be swift. She was so strong. She was meticulously murderous. I needed her. Look at how sad her grayed out portrait is. There will be blood for this. I will never stop. I'm going to hire spies to figure this out, and we will destroy. We are going to destroy whoever did this. I didn't need spies before. I thought my court was cool. I thought we were cool, man. My dear Melrose shuffled off this mortal coil. What I would give for just one more day with her. My halls, this is my victory feast for my fucking independence, and someone murdered my wife at it. Unreal. The disrespect. Unreal. Ah, is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays off every wall. Light bouncing like laughter around the hall. We're a motley band, it's true, but here and now I feel like this party could take on the world and win. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. I'm gonna mingle with the guests. And you know what? We could try to befriend another person. We can try to befriend our Lannister guy. Hey, Lannister guy. Let's do it. Servants were carrying out impressively adorned entr'ments. A number of proud peacocks skinned, cooked, and stuffed, then redressed in their magnificent plumages. However, as Master Elwood brought his knife close to one of them, the fowl came to with a shriek. This one wasn't cooked at all. It pecked at Elwood's nose before bursting forth among the screaming and laughing guests. As the bird ran wild, Rickard rose to the challenge. It proved great entertainment to see him desperately chase the raving beast across tables. In the end, he managed to scare the peacock towards the great hall doors, where it escaped into the night. That's absolutely wild, putting a real bird next to all of its dead bird cousins that are cooked. They probably had to drug it to keep it to stay asleep. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Lady Dinah. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seem to have a lot in common. I have had such a good time with her. After days and nights of joyous company, my feast is soon going to be over. Most every guest seems to be pleased, except perhaps Elwood. who is still clutching his nose where the peacock marked him. We should do this more often. The feast is starting to draw to a close, and my visitors are surely expecting me to lavish a little attention on King Harlan, our esteemed guest of honor. Traditionally, a complimentary toast and a deep drink of wine does the trick. Then again, all Harlan did was show up. This feast was my idea. I paid for everything, and I hosted everyone. A toast to King Harlan, a highly esteemed. I wanted freedom from his Tyrell tyranny, but he is a man of unparalleled honor, if only because no one could go that low. Few candles survive after the last of the guests have left. I can hear a pair of servants letting out sighs of relief after the doors close. The food is still warm on the ceramic plates. Soon word will reach every corner of the realm, and every noble worth their salt will know that my magnificence is unparalleled. With everyone headed home with bellies full of exotic delicacies, I'm proud to say that the feast was a success. Nevertheless, I am still grateful that the endeavor is over for now. My courtly people are all happy. Oh, Eagle Reveler is great. It's a good trait. Other eager, I keep saying eagle. So you get +1 intrigue, which I desperately need, get prestige, and other court vassals get happy. They are here. So Eager Reveler is like the guy who does after parties. Okay, we're gonna hold a funeral for my wife. I don't know. I don't know about this. Is the Hoak guy here? Yeah, we'll make him our friend. We like him. Everyone else is a suspect in my wife's murder, but he hasn't been here long enough for that to matter. Actually, we can check to see if, now that we've invited more people, no. Okay, we're gonna choose him. I choose you. Da-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. My wife was also my master at arms. I don't know some of these people. I'm gonna say him, though. I don't really know these people. Oh man, I did that whole battle without a master of the horse. That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. A huge mistake, my lord. Yeah, look at that. We didn't even have army pursuit. That's a great thing to have. Wineguard is to be Melrose's final resting place. I'm left to gather my thoughts and prepare for the arrival of the honored mourners. I spot Ilario among the mourners, totally unaware of my plan to befriend him. Oh, kids, I'm sorry. I don't know who did this. Oh, snap. My son learned Valyrian from the king. How did that happen? That's sick as hell. Nice job, kid. Love that for you. Can you learn any more languages? You're going for Valyrian as well. And I have to get remarried at some point, but as a widower, it's pretty difficult. Yes! More kids learning Valyrian. We can get a positive flip on this sway with Miss Visera. No! Why? Why do the Targaryens dislike me? I'm not a bad guy, I swear. Please. How about learning your language? 2 years. All right, 95%'s good. And successfully learning their language should give me a +5 towards talking to them and swaying them in the future. The High Septon is dead. Yikes. Okay, my wife is getting removed from here. My septon's being removed. Oh, young Aimer is married. I forgot about you. We'll keep an eye on you. We're getting the Tyrells out of here. We've got the Targaryens. Sorry, we've got the Lannisters here. We've got young heir to the Targaryen legacy here. I do have a new daughter that I could marry to you. And you are mad because I'm just an independent duke. And I have a lot of alliances. My brother in Christ, you're losing your wars. You're gonna lose to the Starks in, like, the easiest war possible. Can I join your war? I can't, and I can't ally with you. You just hate me. I freed myself from Tyrell tyranny to join you. I wanted to be one with your kingdoms. You're supposed to be the 7 kingdoms, but now you're just the several kingdoms. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretense of propriety, the inconsolable Garland gazes out into the nothingness before him. Not a tear falls from his eyes, not a word passes from his mouth until he turns from me. The father can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue to push to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? The end times are upon us. My acquaintance is dead. While there is life, Garland, there is hope. Nice. All eyes fall upon Mark as he falls to the ground in lamentation, hands coating his reddened eyes from view. Mark's sorrowful gasps and chokes have left his fellow mourners breathless, and many offer him comfort and reverence, as if it were him who has been committed to the hereafter. I can try to peacock, I can mourn myself, or I can be cool guys with Mark. Hey Mark, we're cool friends. We're good, man. The sorrowful line marches on. The line to have a last moment with Lady Melrose. A last whisper, a last long goodbye, a last nothing. At the last place anyone will see her again. Truly, a privilege it is to be here. The line brings me ever closer, until at last the figure in front of me parts, and there is nothing but a veil between me and her. Speak of her virtues. She was rude, arrogant, ambitious, murderous. She was my partner. I loved her. She was mother to my children. Strong. These 3 strong boys. That's a House of the Dragon reference. Don't skip over that part. It's such a funny scene, though. Incredible dunking. In a quiet corner of the sept, I overhear Colin chatting with a group of mourners. He somberly gestures me over. We all have fond memories of Lady Melrose, and I was just talking about the time my rival, Lady Melrose, died under mysterious circumstances. Tell me, have you any memories to share? Colin, that's such a weird thing to say, my guy. That's such a weird thing to say. I will share my time. My memory brings everyone to tears. Oh no, the Manderley guy died. No, that's one of my prime alliances. Oh boy, can I renew the alliance with Daemon? Oh no, because I'm not part of the 7 Kingdoms anymore. I don't have the diplomatic range. Holy cow, what a disaster this is turning out to be. Turns out freedom isn't free. I feel a quiet calm wash over me, gazing around the room of mourners. Some eyes are stained red. Others would see this as like any other cause for a gathering. One soul, however, looks to me with uncertainty as he tugs at my side. My son Bud does not weep openly, but does not seem unmoved like many other children present. Lord Red, what happened to Melrose? Why is everyone sad? She is in 7 heavens now. The child is comforted. Your mom's dead. The game doesn't seem to recognize that part. And everybody knows your name. I and the other mourners take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. Master Mason, normally the lifeblood of any feast, now sits across from me, misty-eyed, with an untouched goblet at his side. How can we make ourselves fat and merry in times like these? Are we to satisfy our hedonistic desires while Melrose has none? Join me! Empty your goblets in libation! The guests seem to agree, but there is a wisdom in Mason's oafish lamentation. A round of drinks for all. Let's make everybody happy with me. We're spending water like coin. Sorry, we're spending coin like water. Oh my god, who killed my wife? Wasn't somebody in my court, apparently. How about I spy on my next door neighbor? That's probably going to piss them off, actually. What if we spy on the freebooters who I intend to go wrangle up very shortly? Before me, a feasting table stocked high with all manner of food and drink, as if Melrose were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before parting. Ilaro has so far refused to lay a finger on this banquet, however, swilling his goblet around in idle solace. His middle-distance stare falls wearily upon me, and with a quiet nod, he raises his drink high. Lady Melrose, truly one of the greats. Tell us what she really meant to you. I knew her for like 2 days. She died at a feast that was the first one I had attended. I just got here. She seemed angry and kind of scary. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been desired more than our lady departed, Lady Melrose. With her crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination, I am at last left with a moment of solace between myself and my wife. I can quiet time for prayer, grieve, or promise to be a better lord. After extensive conversation over our meal, Torgan expresses that he admires how I am able to expound at length on any topic. Thank you, Torgan. I'm an internet streamer. You should probably be good at talking. Better than I am, but yes. Now the time has come to commit Lady Melrose's final rites before her final journey to the hereafter. Melrose lays wrapped in fine white fabrics atop a towering funeral pyre. The Septon stands beside you with a torch, its light flickering in the wind. I can hardly bring myself to look upon her, and even now, I struggle to believe that this is truly our last moment together. I lower the torch to the kindling and watch as the tower of wood is lit ablaze. All that's left now is to wait for Melrose to be returned to ashes. So beautiful for spacious skies. My legitimacy level goes up. I am now above my expected level of legitimacy. Now that I'm an independent nation, do I need reasons to... Oh, I can't actually reach them anymore. That is a problem. I can no longer communicate I am having some second thoughts about breaking away from the Reach. What if I joined Dorne? Is that crazy? Can I do that? No, I can't join him. I can't join the Westerlands. The found a new kingdom. I need to hold 3 or more duchies. Okay, so I need to acquire duchy to form a new kingdom. Proclaim the kingdom of the Arbor Straits. Okay, interesting. What do we need? You need to completely control at least 2 duchies. All right, we keep coming back to the duchies thing. I can't interact with them. A truce is gone, except it says I have a truce again. Or I can swear fealty one more time. The other option is to capture part of Dorne and become the king of the Arbor Isles. A legitimate king. We need the prestige to call in allies. Make that happen. King of the Reach. High Lordship of the Arbor. Interesting. Kingdom. All right. Who's a good... What's a good... Oh, wow, there's a lot of... Dorne. Wow. Wow. I was able to find the secret Amira is trying to protect at your court. Alright, we got a secret on Amira. We're gonna blackmail her. Cool. Alright, now we're gonna demand payment from her. She doesn't have any money. Sister, ain't that the truth? Who's making big cash here? You're not worth very much. Elholt. Here. Yeah, I don't know. Cities aren't really worth a lot. I don't really know who to attack to conquer, because I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I'm doing it to make some cash. Now that's an interesting thought. What if we subjugated the Danes and took Starfall and all of that business? The Duchy of Torrentine, I guess it's the March, and then we would have access to their Valyrian steel sword and champions. I mean, House Dane are legendary warriors that may have some Valyrian blood. Or maybe their eyes are just purple for no real reason. That's possible. George R. R. Martin occasionally has things like that happen, right? Coincidence can happen. You really want me to raise these Baileys up? Yes. Because it's not much additional tax, but I suppose I'm not doing much else at the moment. Courtier has come of age. Nice. Bow, bow, bow. How do I become unwidowed? Uh-oh. I need a new wet nurse. Hey, we just had somebody turn 16 who's quite available. Sick. Awesome. Learning Valyrian is hard. Really hard. I feel like there's no room in my head. It's full. As soon as one word enters my mind, another one falls into the abyss of forgetfulness. I struggle with every lesson. I'm making no progress whatsoever. Fortunately, King Harlan is always there for me. Keep it up, my charming friend. I believe in you, he says. I really am blessed. King Harlan becomes my best friend. Yup. He becomes my best friend. This is such a weird timeline now. In less than a year after we get independence from him, we become best friends. Friends and best friends. At my wife's feast funeral is where that friendship started. My lord, huffs Alistair as he marches up to me, hauling my son Bud by the ear. This dratted child has been laying wait around corners, wearing a bear skin for a costume, only to jump out screaming and scaring the living daylights out of people. Bud, you'll have to be punished. I want you to pay me money. You're making me be mean to my son. Thank you. Still no kids, huh? Still no kids, huh? Still no kids, huh? Unbelievable. You Targaryens are you're gonna lose the Seven Kingdoms and you're gonna die out because you just won't bang. It's that simple. Well, you're gonna lose the Seven Kingdoms because you're terrible at warfare, apparently. Oh, they've got a bunch more troops brought up. They're winning. Oh my god, a 1,000 plus 1,000 battle score. It's insane how badly they're losing this. Defender controls war target is just bonkers. They control a huge amount of the neck, and I think they're just doing all their fighting down there. While resting in a tavern, a beautiful sound fills my ears. A bard is playing a wood harp for the patrons of the tavern. I can try to get poet or speak to the player. After they finish playing, my men inform the wood harp player that I wish to meet with them. The busker approaches more shyly than I would expect for someone of his talents. Thank you for the music. He's got the music in him. Colin has a secret? Colin has a murder secret? Who did you kill? I finally uncovered the truth. The cold-blooded boar behind my ally Melrose's early demise was none other than my maester Colin. Oh, he thought he could get away with this heinous crime, but mark my words, Colin will pay dearly for his sins. I will let the world know. I'm not gonna blackmail you. I want to expose your secret. Word has come from the Citadel. In light of Colin's murder secret, the Conclave has revoked his title as Maester. As his liege lord, the Conclave has bid me to send him into exile. In exchange, they have offered me a new Maester to my court. I will send him into exile. Fuck you, Colin. You killed my wife, you piece of shit. Absolute garbage, man. Whoa, this dude's huge. He's a giant maester who's actually trained at fighting and very strong. Why do I have to pay for him? You said you'd give me one for free. Okay, we needed the Citadel. We need to talk about what replacement means, okay? We need to talk. Unbelievable. This is unbased. We need to be educating these kids. Okay, nobody can be educated. My sons need to be squired, but I actually don't want to do it. I want somebody else to do it for me because I'm busy and I forget about it in real life, for real. And then it doesn't turn out so well. Will you educate your grandson, please? I know, in the fiction he's supposed to be dead. It's just that I'm being a deadbeat. How are you not absolutely roasting people with your dragons? My spy master, Mark, has discovered preparations for a scheme against me at Lord Red's court. Well, we don't yet know who. Someone is plotting to kill my courtier, Uten. Queen Fowler of the Seven Kingdoms. And so the Lord discussed bookkeeping with the council. Meanwhile, the proceeded to... I looked up from the Valyrian book only to notice a flushed Neela leaning over me. Oh my, is that Valyrian you're speaking, she says. You know, Valyrian is the language of love, and if you did not mishear, did you just call me a festive treasure? You lion. She becomes my lover. I don't know about that. No, this is all just a misunderstanding. I'm a widower. A love of gardening. Time has passed, and yet I still feel a pang when thinking of my dear Melrose. How can I move past this love? I have spent much of my newly free time outdoors, letting nature become my companion. Perhaps I will plant a tree in honor of my love that will grow. I lose the trait widower. Widowed? Did I get herbalist? Yes, I have herbalist and gardener. I am a man of the reach. I'm the Arborman. The Arborman, do you understand? Where's this? Hold on, where's this Westlander pox? Alright, it's up in the Westlands. Actually, it looks like it's mostly in the Reach. I can marry somebody and get some alliances and maybe some dang power around here. Well. Alliances, huh? High Lordship of Night Song. That's not very powerful. I've already married for politics. Let's marry for genetics. We're looking for inside my diplomatic range, an unmarried woman with inheritable traits. I'm going to sort by age and then look around 16. Okay, we've got robust. That's pretty good. We got beautiful. We got intelligent. Intelligence really solid because I also have intelligent. If I marry somebody who's intelligent, there's a chance that intelligent will become genius. I could also just marry somebody with genius. A lot of widowers and widows out here. Thing is, you want a younger woman so that you can have more kids. So I think I'm gonna try to marry Valyria and reinforce the intelligence in my bloodline. Decreases legitimacy level by 225. That's a brutal blow. Seems like the Seven Kingdoms would rather I marry a noblewoman. Heather of Deepwell. A robust woman, perhaps? Or maybe... Nope, you're lowborn. You are a pretty woman. Pretty woman. Na, 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 na. What do you bring to this relationship, my lady? There are no alliances here. You bring nothing, and you're chaste, so it's harder than normal to have kids with you. Actually insane. You could go the opposite way and go from 16 downward and then just wait for a younger woman to age up. Okay, she's already betrothed. She's 15, betrayed to a 57-year-old man who's on the verge of dying. Dun Tower has Amazonian. That's pretty sharp. That's a good one. Is there anybody with genius or intelligent here? We've got intelligent. Okay. Riverlander. Okay. It will get inherited. This trait might intensify, resulting in genius. Okay. Sure. Sure, that's fine. This is acceptable. I mean, she's not like Melrose Fossaway, but she's a fine young girl, I guess. Picking up the padded swords for a sparring match with my son Gold, I noticed a tattered journal cast to one side. From the cover, it seems to contain exercises and best practices pertaining to the martial arts. Gold glances in my direction. Oh, that thing. I mostly read it for the illustrations. You can borrow it. I can increase my martial, or I can increase his martial. I'm going to increase his martial. You are now betrothed to my daughter, Heli. Roland Tyrell has died of spotted fever. Who the hell is that? Oh my god, the Tyrell court is getting absolutely fucking massacred. Holy shit. They are diseased. This whole area is getting smoked. Bro. Mace, an itinerant bard popular among the common folk, Mace Tyrell, has arrived at my court. A local landowner encouraged him to seek me out so that he might perform for myself and my household. Prior to the performance, he came to me to ask what sort of music would be most pleasing to my ears. Sing the valor of House Vyne. Mace's performance went over swimmingly. Not a single member of my household was left unimpressed. Beyond the specific ballad I'd requested, Mace played many more gorgeous tunes, much to everyone's delight. It is 18 AC, which means we're pretty close to being First Moon 19 AC, and being able to seize control from some of these erstwhile so-called vassals, more like peak men. My master of the hunt, Joffrey, brings words of beasts. Yeah, I get it. There's beasts everywhere. You gave me the beast thing a while ago. After lots of hard work, I finally learned the Valyrian language. Endless hours practicing accentuation, sleepless nights mimicking inflection, countless lessons mastering intonation. It was all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate Rhaenys' accent. I'm sure she would be impressed with my results. And of course, High Valyrian peasants now respect me a great deal more. I try to swing a friendship with Rhaenys. It goes well! Unreal. Can I get a true friendship with this lady? Who's that lady? Excellent. We should think about one of those hunts very soon, though. I walk through the streets of Winegard with my steward, looking for opportunities to remedy the somewhat empty treasury. When we reach the market's waiting halls, Hilaro starts to speak with a hushed voice. We can quietly get more income if we get creative with the taxes on the goods brought in here. I can arrange another set of waiting zones, slightly adjusted in weight, yet they will look the same. Then, for the same goods, the merchants will pay us more. No one should suspect a thing. If you wish, we can change the weights and watch the money flow into your coffer. I think a truly better set of weights is what we need. It was successful, and we've got more development growth. We are fostering economic growth here. It's hunt time. Hunting time. Oh, where are we going? Starfish Harbor growls. So it's actually falconing time. It's Starfish Harbor. Meow 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 meow. I want to be a macho man. Why don't I have... Why doesn't it have the option to... slay beasts? That's so weird. We've seen this one before. We're just gonna rest rather than risk the entire company getting ill. Stewardship perk, we're taking it is my domain to extort subjects. This is... I'm not gonna do that. Golden the Plum is okay, I guess, but really the domain taxes and the holding taxes are the big call-ons here. As we await the arrival of the guests, my servants can get started with the preparations. The gamekeepers check the highlands each day for signs of quarry, while establishing a camp closer to the hunting grounds. Those growls are close. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you dig it? I need to get a positive prestige score, just in case I need to go to war offensively. Today, my son Green was taught a lesson in vassal management by Ariane. It is quite a complicated course, necessary, but perhaps a bit beyond Green's grasp. I must let things take their time, Green says. Only by being patient and letting my subjects work at their own pace may I rule wisely. Green seems unaware that some subjects would willfully waste his time. Patient, forgiving, or trusting? Patient? Trusting? I think patient is just fine. That's my boy. That's my stewarding boy. I was able to... My lord, I was able to obtain a secret Nella is trying to protect in your court. I will hand over the evidence, but only if my services fairly rewarded. Let's blackmail her. She's got a lover. She tried to make me her lover. I wasn't having any of that. This lady is pouncing, bro. I was here to get growls. What the hell is this shit? Swan. Falcon. I mean, we're gonna go try to take a hare because we want the prestige. Huntsman, what happened to the growls? We grousing, bro? Oh my god, Rhaenys Targaryen's here? Why didn't somebody tell me? Holy shit. Waiting for word from the scent hounds, the party rests in a shaded copse. Rhaenys stands not far off. This is my chance to impress her. Rhaenys, how are you? It's not often we get a chance to talk, I open informally. She seems surprised, but not hostile to my conversation. She doesn't have Hunter. She doesn't have just, generous, fickle, compassionate. I do pity the poor beasts at times. Rhaenys seems to have much in common with me, relaxing her demeanor in my company. When we move on, we can hardly be separated. I knew I would find the right words to win her over. And you know what would have been crazy? If I'd seduced Princess Rhaenys, then romanced her, and tried to get her to come to my court. I did stuff like that in another. Oh, we're friends! Oh, that's what you want to hear. That's the big stuff. Talk to your brother about me. Okay, cool. Awesome, 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 awesome. I'm gonna need to lean on that friendship later. And you're also mostly my friend. Wow. Can we friendship you? No. What about your other sister, Visenya? You can befriend her. I'm friends with your other sister. My friend, Master Halbert, signals to the party to hush. We have arrived at the release spot set out by the Game Masters. From our vantage point, we can see several sandy hairs in the hill up ahead. The party halts as we prepare to remove our birds' hoods and set them one by one to their sport. Thy true little one. Shortly after disappearing into the wild, I hear my falcon screeching and screaming out in great distress. I sprint to its source and find my noble hunting bird's foot has been snatched up by a hideous bear. The fight is not going well for my dear falcon, blood coating the maw of the bear. I risk being attacked by the bear itself if I interfere, but falcons are expensive to replace. I can fight a bear. I can let my falcon die, I guess? I'll buy a better falcon from one of my hunting partners? That seems so cruel. I will fight the bear. This is dumb. I was mauled by a bear. If only I was mauled by a maiden fair. I watch excitedly as my falcon identifies a target and takes wing from its watch. Soaring high into the air, the hares are none the wiser as my falcon scans the ground from high above. It swoops like a lightning bolt. The quarry scrambles for cover, but it is already too late. Yes! I fought a bear for this. I look awful, dude. Hunts like these are pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. It's a shame to have to head back so soon. I could do this all day. I can do this all day. That's the Captain America song. The birds do need their rest, though. Master Halbert gathers together the brace of birds that felled by our falcons, a bounty of game, and a measure of good training of our birds. My falcon happily eats morsels of meat, rewards for its great performance this day, before we depart for camp and home. Nice. Wow. We're gonna get a ton of prestige out of that. We got almost 500 out of that. Alright, cool. This is a good place to take a break, I think. We're free from our obligations in the Reach. It's almost the end of the year so that we can increase our authority level. We need to start thinking about our future as an independent kingdom. We have strong allies, but they'll die eventually, and that will leave us alone. I mean, this is one of our strongest allies. This man's sick and he looks horrible. I don't know about messing with all of Dorne. But if we can call the allies in, that would be nice. We can secure a duchy and create the Kingdom of the Arbor. Perhaps we can either bow to the Seven Kingdoms and join our beloved king, who we've been trying to join for almost 20 years. We just want to get his attention, man. Why is he avoiding us? Or maybe we can just go truly independent, I guess. That's not... I mean, we are truly independent, but like an independent kingdom rather than an independent duchy. What are your thoughts about this matter? What would you do? And what do you think would be right for Lord Vyne to do? I gotta think about that. What would be right for Lord Vyne to do? Huh. I know it would be good from a min-max perspective, but attacking Dorne, is that really what Redwyne would do? Think on it. Let me know in the comments section.